Welcome to Sweet Poppy Homestead. Today we are talking all about bacon avocados. This is part of my rare fruit series. This is episode 3. We're going to talk all about bacon avocados today, including why they're called bacon avocado. We're going to go over the size, the flavor, the texture, how to cut it, the nutrition, and the culinary uses. But first, it's been really windy out, and I need to collect a lot of the bacon avocados that have fallen off the tree. So come with me and we'll check out the tree and collect these avocados. All right, this is all I could find to collect them. As you can see, it's been really windy. That's part of our avocado tree that actually fell off the tree. And here is our bacon avocado tree. It's about 20 feet tall. And we just collect some avocados here. See, there's a lot that have fallen. Let's see how many we have today. We have 17 avocados that fell off the tree. There's about 100 in our house as well. So let's talk all about them inside because it's too windy out here. So first off, bacon avocados, they are not called bacon avocados for the flavor. I thought they were when I first heard about them. I was very excited to try it. But these are actually named after the farmer who cultivated these. So his name was James Bacon, and he cultivated these in around 1954, and it was actually in Buena Park, California. And that is in Southern California. There are over 500 types of bacon avocados. I myself have only tried probably about 9 to 10, and these are actually one of my favorites. Although I do like all different kinds of avocados. I've never met an avocado that I do not like. So this bacon avocados, they're known to be cold hardy, a little bit more cold hardy than other varieties. So that's one reason people prefer these. And you can grow bacon avocados in zone 9 through 11. I'm actually in zone 9B, and our avocados are doing quite well here. You can see it's a very mature tree growing lots and lots of bacon avocados. We probably get hundreds every year. The size of the bacon avocado varies. Generally speaking, they are bigger than the Hass avocados. For us, they vary in size. So this year we have a lot more avocados, but some are smaller in size. This is one of our smaller. And then I've had some, as big as my hand. Especially if we give the tree a hard prune, we'll have less fruit the next year, but lots of bacon avocados the size of my hand. Here's one that's bigger. This one's kind of beat up from the wind. It's just been so windy here lately. You could tell it's a little bruised. That's not going to affect the flavor. Well, this one's pretty darn big compared to this one. One interesting fact about bacon avocados is they actually stay green even when they ripen. So with a Hass avocado, it'll get darker, so you can tell. So 2 things to keep in mind with that. If you want to know if your bacon avocado is ripe, you simply, instead of looking at the color, you simply press in. This one's a ripe one, and you'll see that your fingerprint stays in. And you can just tell that it's soft, and that's how you know that your bacon avocado is ready. The other thing to keep in mind about that is if you have a bacon avocado tree, it's going to be a little bit difficult to see these, especially if the tree is really tall, because these way up high, they look just like the leaves. So they're not darker and stand out. So it's a little bit more difficult to find the avocados if it's really high up. That's only a problem if you have a big tree, but it just takes more time to look through the avocados and see what you have. Other things to know about the bacon avocado is the seed, and I'll cut it in a little bit so you can see, is a little bit bigger than some of the other varieties. Also, oftentimes you'll see a little bit of a darker spot. You can see there on the bottom of the avocados, and that's where I've noticed the oil collects and pools here. So if you have a bacon avocado, some of them, when they're not 100% ripe, they'll always ripen first on the bottom and last on the top. So we have some occasionally that I'll have ripe here, and they'll be a little bit firmer up top because we didn't wait long enough to eat it. So that's something to keep in mind. Look for that dark spot. You can tell it's a bacon avocado. And yeah, they ripen first here and then last on the top. Other things to note, the inside of the avocado is a little bit more of a paler green with the flesh, and also it tends to be more oval shape than others. I'm going to show you the best way to cut and scoop out the inside of the avocado. First, you're going to wash it. Next, you're just going to take a butcher knife and slice it down the side. I don't think I can do this with one hand. Okay, so you're like this, and then you're just gonna turn it around with your other hand and slice this way. Next, you can just pull it all apart. The avocado, as you can see, it's a lighter pale green with a big seed. You'll see some papery parts to the seed sometimes, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and scoop out the seed. I look forward to eating these avocados every season. So these are available, let's see, November through February. So we don't get avocados all year round. They're just part of the year. Although you can have avocados all year round if you have type A and type B varieties that you're growing, because they're available and ready for harvest at different times of the year. So I'll go over that in another video. Let's go ahead and taste these delicious avocados. So my favorite way is just to get a grapefruit spoon and scoop it out. You can go around the whole edge and scoop out the whole thing at once, but I'm just gonna try a little bite today. So this has an exceptional taste. It has a very mild flavor with like a subtle nutty note. It's really creamy and buttery with the mouthfeel, and it's really good. It is supposed to be a little bit less oily than some other varieties, making it a little bit lighter, and it's just really tasty. This has a smooth texture, but also has some fibers, so that's not uncommon with avocados. I usually notice them kind of at the top and the ends. This one I'm not noticing it at all, but some have more fibers than others. Nutrition-wise, avocados, bacon avocados, just like other types of avocados, are a great source of healthy fats with omega-3s that are good for your heart. It has fiber, like I talked about a little bit, which is good as well. It also has vitamin C, E, K, folate, and potassium. So this is a powerhouse for nutrition and is great to add to a lot of different things. It has a lot of culinary uses. Things that we like to do, especially right now when we have lots of avocados ripe at once, is we like to make our own avocado oil. So I'll be doing a lot of that lately. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I do love the oil itself. And avocado oil is so expensive, so it's nice to have these avocados on hand so we can make our own. With the avocado oil, I've noticed it seems a lot more, if you're comparing it to store-bought, it's a lot more pure. You can tell they look a lot different color-wise and butteriness. So it's a lot more flavor when you make your own. And we like to do avocado toast in the morning. That's really good. We put this on all our Mexican dishes or our sushi dishes. So we'll just scoop some and put it on top, and we'll slice it. We've made sauces with this before. It's not really great for cooking. I don't like freezing it. I don't think it tastes as good. Like say we make guacamole a lot too. So guacamole is one of our favorite things to do with this as well. But when I freeze the guacamole or I freeze the avocados, I've seen research that says you can, but I just don't like to do that. It's not as tasty. We've tried chocolate avocado pudding with this. My husband really likes it. I'm not such a big fan. So I think this year, since a lot are coming on at once, it's been so windy, we're doing lots of avocado oil, lots of avocado toast, adding it to our salads, putting it on top of stir fries, Mexican dishes, and sushi, and that's how we like to use it. I'd be curious how you like to use your avocado as well. Please comment below, give me some more ideas. So that's it for the bacon avocado today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be doing other rare fruits in this series, and so stay tuned for that. I'm also planning to make a video on type A versus type B avocados, and then how to grow and harvest bacon avocados. So if you don't know me, my name's Jessica. This is Sweet Poppy Homestead. We are sharing our journey. We have about 1/4 acre in Southern California on our, small suburban lot. And we grow all kinds of fruits and vegetables. We have an edible landscape, and we're trying to grow more and more and more to slowly replace the grocery store. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Happy gardening, everyone.